In the shop today we have my trusty Epson WP-4020 printer, which has developed the yellow spewing ink problem. This is what it looks like on the page, and this is what it looks like inside the printer door. You can see that area of yellow there. I've cleaned this out. So this has happened with just this one single test page that I printed here after putting it all back together. So what I'm going to do is show you how to take the printer apart. Now there's lots of screws on the back, but the key to getting the printer apart is to undo this tab, which I cannot show you till later, but it's under here just to the left of the power button, and I'm pushing it in this direction. And while I do that, I have to have both of my hands for this, so let me change the setup. So the key to getting this apart is to push this tab this way, and at the same time I'm sticking my fingernails in here on about the center of this lid, and I'm pushing the tab over and pushing it in, and you'll see it's popped out in the center, and then I can just sort of lift this out. Now I want to be careful because I've got a connection here which I'm just going to tug to get off. Alright, and that removes this section, and now I have access to the 3 screws I need to undo to get this cover off. I'm going to turn the printer around, and hopefully you can see one screw here and one screw over here. I'll leave the other one next to it alone for the moment. And now this top cover lifts off. Okay, just nicely like that. Okay, back on the front again, I'm going to take out the cartridges, and I think it's a good idea, since I don't know how long they're going to be out, to put a piece of tape over the ink hole that you can see once you pull these out. I'm just leaving a little tab so I can pull it off when I'm ready to reinstall them. I've never used anything other than genuine, expensive Epson ink on this printer. So that is what I've been using. Okay, the next step is to remove these screws here. Can you see that okay? One here, and one here, and one here. Okay, now I'm going to take out the paper tray as well, although I don't really need to. At this point the front cover is loose, but it's held on with snaps, and so I'm just levering the corner here, and I'm being careful because you can see this one connection up in the top, a small red and black wire. Again, I'm tugging on that to remove it, and then the front cover should come off. Okay, again, I just tugged with my fingernails. These are what are holding it on, just on these pins right here. Okay. Now, there are 4 screws holding this entire top section on. They are here. Actually, we need to do one thing on the back first. We're going to take off the paper tray, the auxiliary paper tray, the MP tray as it's called by Epson. There's 2 screws here, and there are 2 screws here. this cover should now remove. And I'm going to take out the duplexer. And now we're going to remove this little access cover over the USB and network connection. And that's this screw here. Okay, so now again this snaps in place. So with a little bit of gentle leverage, I'm removing that. And now there are 4 screws holding the entire top cover on. This one, and this one, and 2 down in the front. One is at this corner, right here. Hope you can see that okay. You can see a little bit of the ink coming out of the printer here. I'll show you where that's coming from. Oops, drop the screw inside the printer. And another one here. This ink tends to get all over the place. That's why I'm doing this out here in the shop. Okay, now this entire top cover is loose. And with a little bit of levering, I should be able to lift it right off here. And that'll give me, watch for the wires. And that's the entire top cover. Okay, so now we have a really good view at what is going on here. You can see the sea of ink there, little blob of ink, but that's how it gets onto the page. Just move in on that. And you can see that it's dripping out of here, out of this part of the ink delivery mechanism. If I can get you around on this side, you can see the yellow ink pouring out of that joint there. And it gets into all the way along the metal fold on the bottom of that bracket there that holds the mechanism, and it comes out over here on the side of the printer and comes down onto the side of the case from there. So that's the problem we're having with the Epson printer. You can take yours apart and see what yours looks like inside. It may or may not be able to fix this, but I'll give you some web links and you can read all about the yellow ink problem. That seems to be the most common. And that pertains to this Workforce series from Epson. There are other models. I have the 4020 here. Thanks very much.